Yes.
Here we go, everyone, with your Vegas Top Dogs YouTube update. College football Saturday. We're locked and loaded. We have a special guest over there in the green room. We'll get to Doug here in 1 minute. College football has been red hot. We have some red hot handicappers. One of them, how about a 12-1 performance last week for Doug? And he's number one overall on the Vegas Top Dogs website. He's number one in college football with a 44-20 season, 44-20 start, unbelievable start in college football. And that includes his 12-1 performance he had last Saturday. Doug, welcome to the Vegas Top Dogs YouTube show this week.
Thanks for having me. Thanks.
Absolutely. You've been on fire, and I know you want to share some of your knowledge and a couple picks for the program this week.
Yeah, I found a couple for you to share with.
All right. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and give your two selections, and I have a side and a total for all viewers out there as well. But before Doug starts, I just want to remind everyone, make sure you like, subscribe, give us that thumbs up. You'll be notified each and every time a new video is released. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. We really appreciate it. And be sure to visit VegasTopDogs.com each and every day. Free picks, articles, and, of course, our premium selections for this weekend's college football action. Doug, all yours.
First of all, this the hot start. I tried something new this year. I took baseball season off, as you aware of. It's just got to such a grind. You know, we got 15 games every day. We've been doing the sides, totals, and run lines, and now the ever popular no runs first inning. We got player props, which is huge. First 5 innings. It just got to a grind too much. I decided to just take the summer off again for the first time, really start focusing on the football and basketball coming up. I've been working on my models, tweaking them. As you know, these games, the game itself has really been changing. You know, it used to be a run-oriented football league, and now it's pass-happy.
Right.
Some changes with the clock. So I've been tweaking my models over the summer, did a little family time, kind of freshened up. So hopefully, I don't know if that's a reflection of my hot start or not, but kind of went that way.
We're over a month into the season, and you're still on fire, so I hope it continues.
I hope so too. One game I looked at, I'm sure it's not a fan favorite right now, is the Georgia Bulldogs. They've kind of burnt some money for a lot of the players out there the last few weeks, but breaking it down, after 2 cupcake wins, they did play South Carolina. South Carolina's, which was their Super Bowl, gave Georgia all they could handle, but Georgia did enough to win, as good teams do. And then they played another cupcake at UAB, won by 40 points. And then they played their first road conference game at Auburn, under the lights, prime time. You know, Auburn's been waiting for that game all summer and marked it on the calendar, and gave them all they can handle. As we know, they had a double-digit lead on them. And, again, Georgia did enough to win, their 23rd win overall. But I think with coming back home, I think Kirby's probably said, enough is enough. They've actually, we're almost halfway through. This is their 6th game coming up now, so we're about halfway. And Kirby said, we're starting to play the big boys coming up. We got to start this week. And it's kind of a buy low for me. On the flip side, we got Kentucky. Kentucky manhandled Florida, ranked Florida on their home field. The running back Davis ran for 329 yards, which is third the team highest of all time, and they just ran wild on them. So I think I think Georgia knows what they got to do. They're going to key on the running back in the running game, and I think they're going to stop it. And I could see a 14-0 early lead, and if they do, Kentucky's going to have to rely on their quarterback Leary. Leary last week was 9 for 19 through only 69 yards. And it's already been picked off 5 times this year. So if they have to rely on that, get away from Davis in the running game, I think Georgia could cover this 14. Again, my model spit out about 3 touchdown favorite. It's only 2 touchdowns. And again, this is a buy low, sell high for me here. So we're going to go with Georgia here.
Okay, good. I tend to like that pick as well. So hopefully gets the cash for us. And you have another small school play, which goes mid-afternoon Saturday, correct?
Yes. a lot of my clients like what I call false favorite games. It's where my models spit out a favorite, and they're actually getting a few points, which is making the other side a false favorite. So I found one of those this week. I think I had 3 or 4 of them last week, which all of them did turn out to be straight up winners as dogs. Not so many this week, but I did find one in the Mid-American. It's a low profile game. Not many people are going to even look at it, but it's going to be Ball State at Eastern Michigan. Ball State 2 weeks ago played Georgia Southern, getting about 4 points and lost by about 40. So I was looking for a bounce back last week, but Ball State played Western Michigan, first conference game. It was a pick'em game, and they gave up 40 points again and lost by 3 touchdowns. So they've given up over 80 points the last 2 games. They're on the road, yet they're only getting 2 points. So right there is kind of telling me kind of a lookout why the odd makers are only giving this team 2 points for their dismal back-to-back weeks. They're playing Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan last week had their conference opener at where was that at? That was at Central Michigan. Central Michigan was a double-digit favorite. So Eastern Michigan did have a lead in the fourth quarter. Gave up a late touchdown in the fourth. So I think they could have a little hangover from that. And they're back home now, again, laying some points to Ball State that my models made. It's a 3-point favorite, yet you're getting a couple points there.
So, all right. Good value then on that one. Well, we're in the midst of 50 straight days of college or NFL football. I don't know if you knew that. I read that yesterday. So 50 straight days, we either have a college football game or an NFL game. So it's a very exciting time of the year. Plus the baseball playoffs are underway. NHL starts next week. NBA, I think, the week after. So we're going to have 5 sports going at one time. So it's exciting.
This is your time.
Yep. All right. I have 2 games I like. One of them is an early kickoff on Saturday, and it's a big marquee game, number 12, Oklahoma versus number 3, Texas. Current line in this game is Texas minus 6.5, and the total is 60.5. And if you look at the game last year, it was a total mismatch. Texas won 49-0. So I'm sure Oklahoma has this game circled on their calendar. Texas put up nearly 600 yards of total offense in that game. It was a total embarrassment. They dominated. So it's the Red River rivalry. But this year, I like the underdog. 2 great quarterbacks going at it here. Big revenge game for Oklahoma. The underdog is 22-11, the last 33 in this series. So I think Oklahoma bounces back after last year's drubbing, and they come out here. Public's all over Texas. We like the underdog here. 6.5. I see both lines out there. I like Oklahoma to keep this one close. I think it's going to come down to a 2-point conversion here. I think it'll be a high-scoring game, but I like Oklahoma to cover that big game on Saturday. The other game I like, it's a totals play. It goes Saturday night. And like Doug mentioned earlier, we have some rule changes this year. And with the clock not stopping on first downs, except for the final 2 minutes of each half, I think this Fresno and Wyoming game is going to go way under the total. It's being played in Wyoming, high altitude, a lot of punts. They tend to punt better. Both teams like to run the ball. Both teams are very good defensively. Fresno State's actually ranked 24th in the nation. They're off to a 5-0 start. Wyoming's also off to a great start, 4-1. Fresno actually 14 straight wins dating back to last year. So they're playing great defensively. Wyoming's a great defensive team. They're tough at home on their home field. They were shut out the last 2 years, Wyoming, in this matchup. Fresno shut them out 49-0. It's a combined score of the last 2 years between these two. So it's definitely a defensive battle. And I think this one's going to stay under 44 points. It's a low total, and it's low for a reason. So look for the Fresno and Wyoming to stay under the total, 44 points. Lots of first downs. They'll be grinding it out, and this game stays under the total. That's my best bet totals play here on the Vegas Top Dogs YouTube video. Doug, when can viewers expect to see your plays posted on Vegas Top Dogs?
Hopefully get most of that put up by today. And my top play is my I do have my Southeast, which is not going to be Georgia, but my Southeast Conference game of the month. I will be putting that up here hopefully shortly. And I think I've been hitting close to 70% on my game of the month plays going back to the last 60 of them. I think I'm like 34-14 on my game of the month plays. I had 3 of them last week. I hit all 3 of them. And again, I'll be posting my Southeast Conference game of the month for this weekend.
Well, good, guys. Make sure you check it out. He's number 1 in the country, college football. Like you said, 12-1 last Saturday, 44-20 overall in college football this season. He's red hot. He'll have his plays posted. I'm having a pretty good start to the college football season, hitting 66%. My plays will be posted either tonight or Friday morning. So be sure to visit VegasTopDogs.com. That's VegasTopDogs.com. Like, subscribe. Please give us that thumbs up. Be notified when the next video comes out. Doug, I'd like to thank you for joining us this week, and good luck with your action this weekend.
You too. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you. And as always, guys, good luck and be a winner.